Welcome back to Number Sense in Algebra. Today we're going to be learning how to solve simple word problems. Moreover, we're going to be learning how to format equations. So first of all, let's read the word problem. It says, John is playing a game with his sister where you have to guess the number the other player is thinking of. John says when you multiply my number by 4 and then add 2, you get 14. Can you help John's sister find the mystery number? Well, the way I like to approach word problems is first, I like to define a variable. The variable is basically something that we're trying to solve for. And in this case, the variable, let's say it's n, right? And we're going to say n is the mystery number. This helps us understand what we're actually solving for and sets basically a goal of what we're trying to find to solve the problem. And since this is a simple word problem, it's a one-step problem, meaning after one step, you'll find the answer to this problem. So without further ado, let's begin to format the equation. It says, John says when you multiply my number by 4 and then add 2, you get 14. So basically from here to here is the important part of the problem. Everything else is really unnecessary. So in this part of the problem, it says when he multiplies his number by 4, when he multiplies his number by 4, which is an important part of the problem, so multiply, when he multiplies his number by 4 and then adds 2, he gets 14. So this is basically all we need to format the equation. Well, for the equation, we just have to go step by step. It says when John multiplies his number by 4, meaning if n is his number, when he multiplies his number by 4, so this is n times 4, and then adds 2, he says he gets 14, which is just another way of saying after the steps that he did before, it equals to 14. After this equation over here, we can begin to simplify it by saying 4n plus 2 is equal to 14. As we know that 4n plus 2, we already know how to solve an equation. So we can say that 4n plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 14 minus 2. After we have that, we can simplify this equation even further and say that 4n is equal to 12. If you guys haven't watched my previous video on solving equations, please go and watch that, as it will help you throughout the next few videos in Number Sense in Algebra. So over here we have 4n is equal to 12, and we can bring that over here and say 4n divided by 4 is equal to 12 divided by 4, as we divide both sides of the equation by 4, and we can say that n is equal to 3. So the mystery number that John was thinking of is indeed 3, but we don't know that for sure yet. So we have to verify it. When we go down to our verify step, we basically plug 3 because we got n is equal to 3 over here. We basically plug this into our first equation, which is 4n plus 2 is equal to 14 over here. And if both sides of the equation are equal, then we know that we got the correct answer. Let's go down here and sub n for 3. So we have 4n, and since n is 3, we write 4 times 3 plus 2 is equal to 14. So we have to follow the rule of BEDMAS, and we say that 12 plus 2, so we multiply first, 12 plus 2 is equal to 14, and indeed 14 is equal to 14, meaning John's mystery number is 3. Well, what this basically did was, this is basically all the requirements for John's mystery number right over here. It's all the requirements for John's mystery number. What we're basically solving for is his mystery number. Therefore, when we got 3, we're basically saying that when you multiply his mystery number by 4, which is 4 times 3, 12, and then you add 2, you get 14, meaning that 3 is indeed the mystery number. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new. Please feel free to subscribe and drop thumbs up.